Hmm. Taking a look at this, um, I thought this time, when talking about the length and direction of the cross product of two vectors given to me in terms of the standard basis vectors, that this time I would use distribution. And so I've got the 2i and negative I terms. Negative 2 is the product of the coefficients of I, and then I've got an I cross I. 2i and j, so I give me 2i crossed with j, and 3j with negative I, that'll be negative 3j, and then I, and 3 cross 3j with j, that's this. Now remember that cross product of a direction with itself is 0, and that you follow the right-hand rule for other guys. So let's take a look at I cross j right there. So you use the right-hand rule to point in the direction of I, and second finger in the direction of j, and that forces your thumb to point in the direction of the cross product, which is the direction of k. Okay, so that is to say the first term, I cross I, vanishes. The second is 2 in the direction of k. The next term is a negative 3, and let's look at j cross I. This could be difficult. J cross I, so I need to point my first finger on my right hand in the direction of j, way over there. Okay, did I do it yet? Yes, first finger in the direction of j, second finger in the direction of I. I think I got it. And then my thumb down there, he's pointing in the negative k direction. Okay, so negative k. Right, so I've got the negative 3 times negative k. And then the last term, j cross j, is 0. Alright, so adding up all these terms, I've simply got a total of 5 k's. And in component form, that's 0, 0, 5. And I'm supposed to find the length and direction of this. I was thinking to myself, you can't find the direction without finding a length, so I'm just going to write the direction this way, 1 over the length times the vector. And then I thought to myself, man, that was pretty weird, because I wrote 0, 0, 1, and of course the thing is only pointing in the k direction, so I mean, if somebody asked me, what's the direction of 5k? K would be my answer. So this was a little bit roundabout. To get a little better feel for what was happening here, I was thinking that I would draw these two vectors. So 2i plus 3j is 2 out in the first direction, 1, 2, 3 in the second direction, so that guy just sits on the floor right there. Negative ij, so that's negative 1 in the first direction, back there, and j, that's 1 in the first direction, so to there, and I'll draw a parallel line, and okay, so that puts the vector right about there. The second vector goes out there. Now the cross product of those two things should be something that points perpendicular to both of them following the right-hand rule, the first and second vector. So I need to point my first finger in my knee along the first vector there, and my second finger along the second vector, and then just let my thumb naturally point up, and that's pointing upward. That is definitely the k direction, right? Okay, so if you have two vectors in the floor, the cross product of them has to point straight up out of the floor or straight down into the floor. I suppose the direction of the reverse of these, so the direction of negative I plus j hat cross 2i plus 3j, parentheses, is that has to be the opposite direction, because remember that this guy right here is second vector in our cross product, but he's the guy who points back here, so I point my first finger in his direction, and then my second finger, in order to get my second finger in the direction of the second vector in that cross product, I do that, and then my thumb, which apparently is off the screen, back there somewhere, he's pointing down when I do this, that is the negative k direction, is negative k hat. Now that's a direction, negative k hat is a direction, is 0, 0, negative 1.